Hey, welcome to another video. My name is Ben. I'm an accent and pronunciation coach, and I help people improve their accent, pronunciation, and communication skills in English so they can speak with more clarity, fluency, and confidence. And today we're going to analyze a TED Talk by Pamela Meyer, an expert on lying, and we're going to analyze it because I want you to see how English is used in real life. So we're going to talk about rhythm, intonation, and connected speech. Are you ready? Let's get started. So this TED Talk is about 20 minutes long, so we're only going to analyze the first minute or we would be here forever. So let's listen to the first part and analyze the first sentence.
Okay, now I don't want to alarm anybody in this room. Okay, now I don't want to alarm anybody in this room.
Okay, now I don't want to alarm anybody in this room. Okay, now I don't want to alarm anybody in this room. That's how she's saying the sentence, right? So let's analyze it together. First of all, she's connecting two words, one and two, wanna. And that's very common in connected speech and in fast speech. And then she's stressing or emphasizing two content words, alarm and room. And we do this because content words carry the most important part of the sentence. So they are usually higher in pitch, longer and louder. And she's doing two more things. She's using rising intonation at the end, right? Okay, now, I don't want to alarm anybody in this room. And she's doing that because there's something else coming. But she added a tiny pause there for a tiny second, right? Okay, now, I don't want to alarm anybody in this room. Pause, because she wants to create interest and she wants to keep her audience engaged and interested in what she has to say. So let's listen to the next part now.
But it's just come to my attention that the person to your right is a liar. But it's just come to my attention that the person to your right is a liar.
But it just come to my attention that the person to your right is a liar. But it just come to my attention that the person to your right is a liar. So her voice is different, or her tone of voice is different. It's lower and deeper, and that's because she wants you to pay attention to that part of the sentence. And then the content words are pretty clear in this case. Attention, right, and liar. Especially liar, because that's what she's going to talk about. She's going to talk about how to spot a liar. And then she rushes through all the other parts of the sentence that are not important. So she's making a lot of reductions in this case. But it just come to my. But it just come to my attention, and then she emphasizes attention, but she goes through the first part very quickly. That the person. So here she's making a reduction. Instead of saying that, she's reducing those vowel sounds to the schwa sound, that the person, and then another reduction, to your right. So instead of saying to and your, she's reducing the vowel sounds in this case, to your right, is a, and now we're connecting the sounds, or she's connecting the sounds, is a liar. But it just come to my attention that the person to your right is a liar. And then there's a long pause because she wants to keep you interested. So let's listen to the next part.
Also, the person to your left is a liar. Also, the person to your left is a liar.
Also, the person to your left is a liar. Also, the person to your left is a liar. So she's acting surprised, right? And her voice, her tone of voice is different because she wants you to pay attention to that. And she's using rising intonation in the first part of the sentence, and she's pausing for a tiny second because she wants to keep you interested. So she says, also, pause, the person to your left is a liar. And she emphasizes the word left because she probably wants everybody in the audience to look at the person they have on their left, right? Also, pause, the person to your left is a liar, right? And so she's creating interest and intrigue, right? So it's important to pause, and it's important to use intonation to create all these elements that are going to make your message more clear. Let's listen to the next part.
Also, the person sitting in your very seats is a liar. Also, the person sitting in your very seats is a liar.
Also, the person sitting in your very seats is a liar. So you can hear how her voice, her tone changes, and it's even lower, even deeper, and even more serious because she's not asking a question. She's making a statement. So she uses falling intonation. And she does that to make sure that you understand that this part is true. It's not a question, it's a statement. I'm telling you something, and this is true. And she emphasizes the word seats. Seats. And why does she do that? Because when I hear that, I'm thinking, oh, I'm a liar, right? The person sitting in your very seats is a liar. And I am sitting in my own seat, so I am liar. I am a liar, right? So she does that. She uses all these elements, intonation, connected speech, of course, organically or naturally, but she uses that to make sure that her message is clear and that you are interested in what she has to say and that you are interested and engaged in her presentation, in her talk. Now let's listen to the next part.
What I'm going to do today. What I'm going to do today.
What am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? So she's doing two things in this case. She's using contractions and she's using reductions. So the contractions are gonna instead of going to, and I'm instead of I am. And then she uses reductions and she reduces the vowel sounds in all these words to the schwa sound. What I'm gonna, what I'm gonna, what I'm gonna, what I'm gonna. So instead of saying what I am going to, she's saying what I'm gonna, what I'm gonna. And then she emphasizes the content words, do and today. What I'm gonna do today, what I'm gonna do today. And do is a little bit more emphasized or stressed because it's a verb. And normally verbs are more emphasized in a sentence. Now let's listen to the last sentence and then we're going to finish.
How you can become a live spotter. How you can become a live spotter.
How you can become a live spotter. How you can become a live spotter. So she's, first of all, reducing the modal verb can, and she's saying can. How you can. How you can. How you can. Can. So she's using the schwa sound here. And I just want you to imagine that there's no vowel here. So you go from the k to the n. Can. How you can become a live spotter. And then she emphasizes the content word live spotter, and because it's a compound word, then we emphasize or stress the first noun a little bit more. Live spotter, right? All right, let's move on to the next sentence.
And why you might want to go the extra mile. And why you might want to go the extra mile.
And why you might want to go the extra mile. And why you might want to go the extra mile. So she kind of loses her train of thought for a second, right? And that's completely normal and it happens to everybody. The important thing is to continue. Now, the interesting thing is that she's reducing the words one and two again, and she's using wanna, right? Wanna. And then she's emphasizing the content word why a little more because she's probably going to explain the reason behind this now. And then she continues with the next part. So let's analyze the next part.
And go from lie spotting to truth seeking, and ultimately to trust building. And go from lie spotting to truth seeking, and ultimately to trust building.
And go from lie spotting to truth seeking, and ultimately to trust building. So I want you to pay attention to the compound nouns in this case. She's emphasizing the first noun, lie spotting, truth seeking, trust building. And we do that with compound nouns. We normally emphasize or stress the first noun a little bit more. And I want you to pay attention to the way that she pronounces the word to in the last sentence. Listen again.
And ultimately to trust building. And ultimately to trust building.
So she's not saying to. She's saying ra. And ultimately to trust building, and ultimately the trust building. And the reason for this is she's reducing the vowel sound to a schwa, and the T is now between two vowel sounds, the E in ultimately, the last vowel sound in this word, and then the schwa sound, So it turns into a light D, da, da, da. And that's why the word to sounds like da, da, da. Okay, so we could be here forever, but I just wanted to give you a little taste of what intonation is like, of what rhythm is like, and of what connected speech is like. So if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my next video. And if you want to know how I can help you improve your accent and pronunciation, then go to my website, absolutefluency.com. In the meantime, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.